There is sort of a new Easter egg with Season 2 of Warzone. This is the first Easter egg we've got on the Caldera map, and it doesn't get you a blueprint or anything like that. It doesn't actually get you anything. But it's something that's interesting and hidden, and I think it could build up to something in future. So with this update, 7 of the hatches opened. Hatches 2, 3, 5, 8, 10, 12 and 14 have all opened up, and now you can go inside them and there's like research labs underneath. They're really interesting. They have kind of similar rooms inside them but in different layouts. Some of them are bigger than others, and they also all have 3 NPC soldiers in there that you have to fight and kill. Now while you're exploring there, you might hear some Morse code, and there's these like Morse code machines that seem to be the things that trigger them. We're not entirely sure what starts them. It seems to be like the first person that goes near it. Sometimes only some people in the party can hear it, other times everyone can. It's very, very strange. But we listened to all of these different Morse code messages because there's one for each of the hatches, and we've deciphered all of them. It was insanely hard to decipher them because there's some sort of little errors and mistakes in them which make it really difficult. So we managed to get like the gist of them and then fill in some of the gaps. Now they all talk about kind of interesting things that I think most of them are linked to features that have come with this Season 2 update, and a couple of them might be hinting at things that are going to come in the future. So I'll go through each one by one and just explain what it said and then what I think it means. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, turn your notifications on. There's going to be loads more content about Warzone Season 2 over the next few days. So the one in docks is bunker number 2, and we've got these numbers because there's big numbers on the walls. When you go in it says like B2. So the one in docks says facility is able to deliver 5,000 gallons of N5 gas daily. Now I think this is just referring to the fact that chemical factory has appeared, it's been built, and it's delivering 5,000 gallons of Nebula 5 gas, which is the gas that I think is surrounding the islands, daily. So that's just kind of a nod to the fact that chemical factory is a new point of interest on the map. The next hatch that's open is bunker number 3, which is at runway, and this one's a little bit confusing. It's actually in one of the big buildings, and it's through a door, and I'm pretty sure it didn't used to be there because this was a hatch that we'd never seen before, so I think this hatch was added. But anyway, the Morse code inside that one says Recon Station spotted battleship 22 miles off the north coast. Now I'm not 100% sure about north. It might say south coast, which is possibly a bit of a problem. We've looked and we couldn't see a battleship on either coast, but that's interesting. I think that might be hinting about something that might be coming later in the season, or maybe in a future season. But the idea of a battleship coming, it makes me think of like the Vodyanoi coming and washing up the ship. Remember in Verdansk we saw the Vodyanoi coming for sort of days, maybe even weeks before it finally hit the side, and then we had zombies come in. This says that they spotted a battleship 22 miles off the coast. Now, at hatch number 5, or bunker number 5 at mines, it says requesting repairs at phosphate mines conveyor track. Now this is a really interesting one because there are conveyor tracks, there's loads of them at phosphate mines, but they don't do anything, and we couldn't find any computers to interact with or anything. This might be the most interesting one out of all of them because I've got no idea what it's talking about. I was hoping that maybe this would be the beginning of an Easter egg and there'd be something we could interact to try and repair something. Or maybe one of my other theories is that the conveyor belts are going to start moving at some point. That maybe that was a feature that was meant to be there for Caldera, but they haven't got working. But maybe the conveyor belts are all meant to like keep on moving to make it a little bit trickier to hide in them maybe, or to aim while you're on them. Not really sure. But yeah, it says requesting repairs at phosphate mines conveyor track. So I think maybe they'll get fixed. If you find anything else in phosphate mines, something that you can interact with, please let me know in the comments. I'd be really excited to find out about that. Number 8, which is at Lagoon, so this is the one by the crashed plane, by Butcher's crashed plane from the opening cinematic, says alert all planes on lookout for barrage balloons, fire on sight. I think this is just a nod to the new redeploy balloons that are about. They're super fun, by the way. You can like shoot up them really fast and get around the map really quickly just by kind of chaining them together. Now they've talked in the blog about the idea that these are super dangerous for aircraft, but the aircraft can shoot them down. If the aircraft crash into them, it'll kill them, but they can shoot them down and destroy them. So I think that's what that one's talking about. Number 10 is in field, so just behind the silos, and that one says compound N5 stable in chem bomb tests, beginning distribution. So I think that's talking about the fact that we're going to start getting these Nebula 5 bombs. I'm not sure if they're in the game yet, I haven't personally seen one, but yeah, we're going to be able to start getting those, and that's like a new item in the game that's going to make a big area full of poison gas that you can use to try and like deny an area maybe to another team or something like that. The next one is at the power plant one, so this is the one where you actually go through the waterfall and the hatch in there is open now, and that one, the Morse code says prototype bombs are in transit, confirmed delivery. Again, it's talking about those Nebula 5 bombs, but I think this one is talking about the armoured truck that we're going to be getting. I think the armoured truck is coming next week, and then the week after that they're going to start dropping these N5 bombs when you destroy them. So I think that's what that's talking about. It's just a hint of something to come. Then the final one is at Resort. This is Bunker 14, and that one says chemical leak detected in hatch 4, sends team to deploy decon stations. Now hatch 4 is kind of interesting. We don't know which one that is, but it's one of the ones that don't open. We didn't know the numbers of any of these. We kind of arbitrarily made them up for the diagram that Maida made. But yeah, so hatch 4 will be one of the other hatches that apparently has a chemical leak, and they're saying that they want to send teams to deploy the decon stations. I think this is just a hint of that's another new item, these decontamination stations that can kind of protect you in a bubble from the gas for a while. I think it's quite a long time. It's not like 2 minutes or something, but it's pretty cool. And you can find loads of those in the bunkers. You find them all the time. So that's all of them. There's 7 of them at the moment. They said there's 7 labs open, and they're always the same ones. If in future updates that they maybe open different ones, maybe they'll open different sets, then I'm sure there'll be more Morse code and there'll be more messages to decipher. If you hear of anything else, or you find something going on in phosphate mines, or you see this battleship that they're talking about, please let me know in the comments. I'll be super excited to find out about that. If you like this video and you like me doing these Easter egg videos, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and turn your notifications on. Thank you very much.